Today we're going to be looking at City Index versus Pepperstone. Which one is a better broker for UK traders? Let's get into it. So when you first see City Index, you see that they have over 13,000 different instruments to trade, which is a huge amount. And Pepperstone, by contrast, has 2,700, well, over 2,700 across CFDs and spread betting. So seeing this side by side, you might think, well, City Index is probably the better broker, right? Well, actually, you'd be missing a very big part of the story here, which is that City Index excels across one particular thing, and Pepperstone also excels in one particular thing. So let's dive in and see where each of these brokers excel so that we can decide which one to choose. So let's start with Pepperstone's platform offerings. Pepperstone offers the most range of free platforms that we've encountered. That's cTrader, MT4, MT5, Pepperstone platform, which is their own proprietary platform, and they also integrate with TradingView. This means that there's a huge variety of ways that traders can actually start trading on Pepperstone, whether you're a beginner and just starting on TradingView, or whether you're already an MT4, MT5 expert and just want to plug it in. Pepperstone provides that foundation for any kind of trader to get started. City Index, by contrast, has a couple of platforms. They have their own proprietary platform, they have MT4, and they have TradingView. So they don't have MT5 and they don't have cTrader. So what does this all mean? Well, if you're looking to create algorithmic trading bots, you might do that through MT4 and MT5's EAs, or you might do that through TradingView's Pine script. But that's kind of it for City Index. You don't have any other real option to build algorithmic bots, whereas Pepperstone gives you cTrader, which also has C# is their coding language. So you can start building bots in that environment as well. They also provide MT5, which is considered a modern update of MT4. So really it's a more comprehensive broker, not only for algorithmic trading, but also algorithmic spread betting and CFD trading. When it comes to their proprietary trading platform, City Index is clearly a much better proprietary platform than Pepperstone's Pepperstone platform. Pepperstone's platform, bear in mind, was only launched around 2 years ago. City Index's platform has been going for donkey's years, so it's a much more advanced version of any kind of trading platform you would see. It's kind of comparable to an IG or a CMC. They have quite an advanced level platform. And also on their sister site, forex.com, this is also a great platform, really easy to use, really easy to navigate. However, if you're looking for a broker rather than a broker platform, then Pepperstone gives you more options. So really it's a toss up between, do you want to trade within the environment that the broker gives you, so their own proprietary platform, or do you want to trade on TradingView or MT4, or actually have an option of things to trade, so trade on cTrader. If you're someone who prefers to trade on TradingView and trade on MT4, MT5, and potentially build algorithmic bots in the future, then Pepperstone would be your broker. So let's move on to instruments. So what can you actually trade with each of these brokers? So with City Index, they actually have a vast range of ETFs, stocks, bonds, and the whole gamut. They're basically like a CMC where you can trade a variety of different instruments, but mainly that instrument list is comprised of stocks or ETFs. So there are thousands of different ETFs out there. It's a common way for brokers to actually build their repertoire of things that you can trade is by adding ETFs. So if you're looking at trading ETFs, then City Index would probably be the better broker. But if you're looking to trade Forex, major, minor, and exotic pairs, then Pepperstone is generally better. And we'll come on to that in a second. I think the key thing to look at here is not necessarily the number of instruments that you can trade, because you're not going to end up trading everything. But what is really important is, what are the fees per instrument? So which one is better on cost? And really we have one clear winner when it comes to costs. Pepperstone offers the lowest fees that we've actually encountered from a lot of different brokers. And that's because of one thing, and we've mentioned it a lot of times on this channel, which is the Pepperstone Razor account. If you're looking for low fees, then Pepperstone's Razor account is really built for you. It has 0.0 pips and a £2.25, so each way, £2.25 commission on top. This means that you're essentially getting a very low cost. So if you're trading at volume, do you want to be paying a percentage based on your trade volume, or do you want to be paying a smaller or 0% plus a small pound-based commission? So that's really the difference between the two. If we actually look at spread betting fees and we look at CFD trading fees, it actually turns out that Pepperstone is cheaper for Forex trading. They come in at 0.6 pips on their spread betting account versus City Index 0.7 for their lowest. This is from, so it's from 0.6 0.6 and from 0.7, but these are largely indicative of the other fees that you'll be charged on Forex trading pairs. When it comes to commodities, Pepperstone is also one of the lowest in the industry. They have razor spreads for commodities. This means they also have that same account type for trading commodities, where you have a low spread and a tiny bit of commission on top. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that the price is very, very low, super competitive, and you're going to get a really good price if you're looking at trading gold and other commodities on Pepperstone. So now we're going to look at which one is better for professionals. Ultimately, if you're a professional trader, you're going to be looking at slightly different things to a normal retail trader. Generally, Pepperstone has a lot of beginner wraparound support. So they have their own YouTube channel, they have daily market news, they have beginner guides, they have a whole host of information for beginners to get started and get trading with Pepperstone. City Index does not have this. So if you're a beginner, City Index is probably not for you. And they're very focused on giving you up-to-date market information and news from the team of experts. They also do this through their on-site information that they give you, but this is not beginner focused. Even big brokers like IG and CMC also have some beginner wraparound support. For example, IG has IG Academy. City Index doesn't have any of that. It simply has market analysis. So for beginners, this is actually a real turnoff. I would not choose City Index if I was just starting out. I would choose a broker that gave me more wraparound support. But for professionals, this is actually quite a big advantage. You get this kind of analysis from some of the larger brokers, and City Index is a larger broker. They're owned by the StoneX Group, which also owns Forex.com. So they're a very large group, similar to an IG group or CMC Markets. So they give you this kind of news-based information and live market information. Both brokers actually have a pro level account. Both of them give you cashback and rebates if you qualify for that pro level account. They also give you a discount on spreads. What really separates them in my mind is the fact you don't need to qualify for a professional level account to get the same great spreads through Pepperstone. Because Pepperstone, as I mentioned earlier, has that razor account, which gives you kind of ECN style costs, so very, very low costs, plus a fixed commission. You don't need a professional level account for this. Most people think, oh, well, I need to get great spreads, I need to get low pricing, I need to get great entries, I need a pro account. But actually with Pepperstone, it's kind of a bridge, a little bit of an intermediary gap that some brokers have managed to find. So Vantage Markets also offers something called a raw ECN account, but this ECN based account type is very, very good for people who are trading high volumes or high frequency. And Pepperstone is very good to bridge that little gap between a novice and a professional. If you do not qualify for that professional level account, I would choose Pepperstone using their razor account. With City Index, you get something slightly different. They give you more market analysis than Pepperstone does. Pepperstone gives you market analysis publicly, but generally City Index gives you a little bit more in-depth information. Pepperstone also provide this, so it's very hard to pick a winner between the two. I think, again, this may come down to personal preference if you're a professional trader, but if you're trading at high volume, then there's really only one pick, and that is Pepperstone. In summary, who are these brokers actually built for? If you're looking at trading high volume, then I would look at Pepperstone. I would also choose Pepperstone if you're looking at moving into professional style trading. So you want an account that gives you great execution, low fee, low spread. That's generally going to be a great place for you to start. I would also choose it if you are a beginner, if you're looking at having multiple different platform options, you don't know what you want yet, but you want to trade Forex of some kind or commodities of some kind and want to choose the lowest fee broker, then Pepperstone will be your best option. I would choose City Index really if I was only focused on that professional level tier. I was looking at more market information and I was looking to trade stocks and ETFs. They may be a better option for you if you're doing that. They're kind of competing in that space with IG and CMC, where they have a range of different ETFs and stocks that you can trade. But really, if you're focused on Forex and commodities, then you're going to get a cheaper deal by trading Pepperstone. I would also choose Pepperstone if you're looking at spread betting. Their spread betting fees start from 0.6 pips. This is lower than City Index, which starts from 0.7 pips. And as I said earlier, these are kind of indicative of the fees that you're going to get across Forex, across commodities. So in general, if you look at these spread betting fees on Pepperstone, compare them to City Index, you'll probably see that there's a slight difference in the cost structure, and Pepperstone will generally come across as cheaper. So I'd potentially choose, if you're spread betting Forex, spread betting commodities, I would choose Pepperstone. If you're looking at spread betting more stocks and ETFs, then City Index may be up for consideration alongside CMC and IG for that kind of thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a breakdown of Pepperstone versus City Index. If you want to find out more information, go to tradingbrokers.co.uk. We have a full breakdown and side-by-side comparison. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.